Okay, hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever the proper greeting is. Oh, it's Friday. For you, it's Saturday morning, mid-morning, afternoon. We've been through this already. You know what I mean. Hi, Winston. Today has been a very, very long day. It started about, well, really about 12:30 and 12:30 midnight, 2:30 really. What do you got in your eye, buddy? Hi there. We'll get your food here shortly, okay? So yesterday I was talking about, we had some activity down by the chicken coop. I set up the camera, trail cam, and I was hoping to have a resolution. I don't have a resolution. The good news is that no more, we didn't have any chicken fatalities, so everybody was safe. Kinsley, stop. Kinsley, hey, stop. And but I didn't catch the predator. So I'm gonna share that story with you guys when Katie is back. So you'll get that story on Tuesday. I don't know why I want to wait until Tuesday to tell you the story. Probably because I want Katie to be part of it, because she has a hand in it. Kinsley, stop eating the geese poop. So outside of staying up and watching for that predator, this morning I woke up rather early and did chores, and I continued working on a project that I've been working on for 3 days now. Not 3 full days, but 3 days. I would say 2 half days, and today was a full day of working on this project. And I'm gonna kind of walk down here and show you the beginning until the end. We'll walk it. It's basically putting up a fence. So I mentioned yesterday that the dogs barking story. You guys all know that Winston and Levi love to bark at the neighbors. And up until a few days ago, up until maybe a week now, they would concentrate on barking at the neighbors to our north, Howie and Rita. I don't know, well, they have dogs, and so they would just go and bark at the dogs, and then when Howie and Rita got onto their side-by-side, they call the mule, they would bark, and then anytime they had company driving up the driveway, UPS, friends, whatever, they would bark at that. They go running to the north and bark. And then I put up that single polyline electric fence, not electrified, but just to keep them away from the fence line. And that really has stopped them from going up there and barking as often. They still do, but not nearly as often. So now they decided, well, despite the fact that there was a fence along the driveway going all the way up and keeping them back from this area here, so the road's right there, and to our west is another neighbor, and they haven't been barking at them up until about a week ago. They decided that they were going to try to find a weak spot in this fence, and they were able to, and they got over and started barking at them, and they do it on a daily basis, multiple times a day. And thankfully, our neighbors, they're like, no, it doesn't matter, it's fine, but for me, it matters, it's not fine. And this actually started when Katie, I'm gonna continue telling the story as we walk, so I'm gonna start at the beginning of this fence. So I basically redid this entire fence that you're seeing here. Looks like I have to do some trimming down here. Started at the gate there, and then I put in 5 lines. So the dogs were actually crawling underneath, or they were kind of slipping through some gaps in the fence. And the issue was that these are not electrified yet. They're gonna be electrified. So anyway, I redid all of this, and it may sound simple, but it's just very, very time consuming to do this. Finding all the material, pulling up all the old stakes, putting it, or step-in posts, putting in the step-in posts, making sure they're spaced correctly, make sure it doesn't hit the ground, make sure there's no dips on the ground that they can just crawl underneath, going between trees. I mean, it just takes a long time. So I found a weak spot in the fence, multiple I think, and they kept crossing over and then running over to the fence line and barking at our neighbors to our west. And that's just not okay with me. I just do not like that at all. So took up this fence and redid it with 5 lines, so there isn't a big enough gap for them to slip under or slip through. And plus, it looks really cool. I really like like the way that it looks. So it's about a 500-foot distance from the driveway to the house, and so we're just walking the fence line here. I'm going to show you. So did it all the way up here to behind the carport. I did run out of this wire here, so there is a gap right here. I don't think they're going to jump through that, especially after I get this thing electrified. They will be surprised once, and they won't try to test it again. I know that they were afraid of the electric fence for a long time because they have shocked themselves, but after not having electrified, they figured out they finally figured out that they could just crawl underneath. So what I did here is I have a gate. I need to get some actual some handles that I can just take these lines out, or get some of those springs that I have over by the pigs over there. But for now, I just kind of hard wired it so that way they can't get through. But I want to be able to get my lawnmower through there to move branches, whatever, maybe not mow, but it'll be helpful to be able to get back there. And then I continued the 5-wire line all the way down here. So my goal is to keep the dogs from going back there. That's where the neighbor's house is, right over there, and keep them in this area here and up towards the house, and they can access all this. And plus I want them to have access to this area here where we're having a predator issue. Okay, so let's continue on the fence line here. So I redid all of this today. This was the workings of today. Also, we'll go between the coop here. And then I put another gate. I put another gate here. So this one only has 2 lines. I'll have to make this one better. I don't think they're going to slip underneath it. Definitely they won't after they get shocked once. So maybe they might tonight, I don't know. And then I redid this one here. So this is where the sheep most recently were. You can kind of see where the line used to be. And I took up all of that. So now it's just all open. You can kind of see the neighbors with the green grass over there. There's no trees, that's the neighbors. So they were going back here and barking. So anyway, so this is where the sheep were. The pigs were also here. You can see where they did some mud wallows. That one's holding water still. There's tons of frogs in there. And the sheep are no longer back here. Maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, Katie and I will do a tour or show you where the sheep are, because we've moved them quite a bit. They're pretty far away, actually. All right, so continuing this fence line. So I took up the old fence line and I put a new fence line here. And I actually decided that I was going to chop down a tree. So there was you can see the stump, it's about right there. So there was a fairly sizable black cherry tree right here. So I cut that down and I dragged it over to the burn pile just so we have a little bit better clearance here, and did some trimming of this, what is this, a pine, no, this is a cedar tree. So anyway, we still got 5 wires coming across here, and meets up with the pig paddock fencing. It doesn't connect all the way. That's okay for now. So this fence right here, this is where the pigs are. This is the paddock that they're in, about 2 or 3 acres worth, probably 3 acres. And it's electrified. So what I'll do is I'll get a jump cable that goes from here to electrify the fence line that we just walked all the way down to the end of the driveway. I really do not want the dogs to continue going back there and barking at things. Just not cool. Plus they really don't need to go back there because there's no more animals back there. So anyway, that's what I've been up to for the last few days, you know, besides the chores and just kind of, you know, keeping things going. Look at the birds. These are not barnyard. These are ones that we got from a hatchery. They're getting big. They're getting so big. Oh my goodness, that one with the feathers that just stick out. Hilarious. Okay, today I also decided to move Blue. So he's the whiting true blue, we believe that's what he is. So Blue is now in the coop where Donna and Karen and their babies were in. They're no longer using this. And I also took I took the Cochin girl and moved her in with Blue. So Blue's very happy. He actually has a mate now. He was just by himself because he's a real jerk to other roosters, but he's really good. He's really good with the ladies. The Cochin female was in here with these here. So we have Jack, the Americana, and then these are all, I think these are all barnyard mix in here. Ouch, ow, man, that hurts. So Jack's protecting all of the young barnyard mix babies that we have. And Jack did not like hanging out with Miss Cochin, so he kept picking on her and keeping her away from these adolescent birds. So I decided, why don't we just move Miss Cochin and give True Blue, or give Blue rather, his name is Blue, a mate. Yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on. I'm hoping tonight for a resolution to our predator issue. Fingers crossed for me. And then tomorrow I pick up Katie. Katie comes back from her 3-day work trip. Actually, it was 2 days. She did 2-day events. She did one today and one yesterday. Traveled the day before and then traveling tomorrow, so 4 days. And hi, Karen. Good looking babies you got there. Look at the good looking babies. So I pick her up. I think by the time that you guys see this, she'll be home. I'm sure she's gonna need some rest. She has just been non-stop. Since I left for Portland, like I said yesterday, she was just doing it all. She was working and maintaining the homestead, keeping things going. So she's probably absolutely exhausted. And my guess is that she's gonna sleep very well tomorrow night, or today. And maybe we'll get some stuff accomplished on Sunday. Anyway, that's kind of what's been happening. It's good to be back again. And looking forward to Katie being back, and then looking forward to telling you guys the story on Tuesday and giving you a better walk around. There are some updates on the gardens. I'll give you one here. So this kale. So somebody asked if the geese had eaten all this kale, and the answer is no. I actually cut all the kale and fed it to the pigs because it was just ravaged by some insect. And then earlier today, I actually chopped up all of the, not all, but a lot of the chard, and gave it to the pigs also. I left a little bit for me tonight for dinner. But our basil's still doing really well. It's starting to go to seed. And then some of the herbs that we have. So our other gardens, we have 2 more garden plots. I'll show those to you on Tuesday or Wednesday. They're doing really well. But anyway, lots happening. Good to be back. And I will see you on Tuesday with Katie. Thanks for watching. Kinsley, would you, come on now, stop eating the stuff. Stop, all done. Why are you doing this? Just grocer, you grocer? Huh? Hi there. Hi there, you grosser. You're so gross. Just stop. Hi, buddy. Hi, Levi. Yeah, I painted your nose blue today. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. You did not like that. I know.